Hi everybody, it's Joy Skjegstad. I'm the author of 7 Creative Models for Community Ministry, just released by Judson Press. Welcome to my office in South Minneapolis. I've been asked to tell you why I decided to write this book. So a lot of reasons. And it was a thrill to write it. I got to interview people here locally in the Twin Cities where I'm based and all around the country about the incredible work that their congregations were doing. Over the years, I've had opportunity to see the amazing things that congregations can do when they really put their mind to engaging with their communities. On staff at an urban church in South Minneapolis, I saw volunteers from the church step forward to help run a summer program for youth that had an incredible impact. We formed a legal clinic, a volunteer legal clinic with volunteers from our church. There was a health clinic on site and a number of other programs. And I wanted to write the book primarily because I think it's important for congregations to be really strategic in making choices about how they do their communities. I think the stakes are high. I think our communities are struggling with a number of issues, and I think this is kind of across the board. It's urban, it's suburban, it's rural communities, and the church has a unique place and a unique role to play in helping confront some of those community issues. But I think we need to do it right. I think it's not good to enter into this lightly. I think it's not good to enter into it in a way that's not sustainable. So I've certainly seen a number of congregations kind of jump in with both feet and then not be able to keep up the work because they didn't really think it through very well. So I wrote the book to really help congregations that are determined to get out into the community further, to have some tools to make some really good decisions. Sometimes churches would have a set idea in their minds of what community ministry looks like. So if we're going to be in the community, of course, it means donating goods, collecting school supplies, and maybe that's the extent of it. Some churches are the opposite. They have to start a program on site or start a nonprofit in order to do community ministry, when in fact partnership may be a better route to go. And so I wanted to help churches think through what is the model that we want to use and how can we engage with partners, because I think so often that's really critical in our communities. If you want to reach out to youth, maybe the solution for your church is not to start a youth center, but rather to partner with the local public school in your community and do some work that way, or with a youth organization that's already doing good work. I've also covered an important step that a lot of churches might skip, and that's to get out into your community and meet the neighbors, gather information, build relationships, and you'll come up with a much better model and a ministry that is much more successful. So just some key steps identified in really getting out there and hanging out where people hang out, going to places where people are, attending meetings regularly, getting into conversations. And those can lead to some really fruitful partnerships and lead to some programming for your church that will be beneficial for both the church and the community. I think the best church ministries that I've seen in the community are really where you can identify that it's almost like where the church and the community are kissing each other. And what I mean is it's ministry that's good for the congregation. It really fits with the skill sets and the interests and the passions of people in your church, but that also connects with what the community says that it wants and needs, and that's the kind of connection that you're looking for. So hopefully, my greatest hope is that this book will help churches really think through this process of connecting to the community so that we can develop some efforts that are really sustainable and that are successful, help church members grow in their understanding of how to be a Christian in the world and how to live out the biblical mandates of ministering to the poor and the disenfranchised, but also be of great benefit to the community so that we'd be successful at helping, for example, kids graduate from high school, increase their test scores, helping people get jobs, providing health care where none is available for certain populations, maybe opening a school. I mean, I just think the possibilities are limitless. And so I wrote this book to help you as church members and church leaders really make some great decisions about how you want to connect.